What if I told you a noblewoman once drained the blood of hundreds just to stay young? This is the terrifying true story of Elizabeth Bathory, the Blood Countess, history's real vampire. Our story begins in the late 1500s in the Kingdom of Hungary, a land of castles, superstition, and constant war. Elizabeth Bathory was born into one of the richest and most powerful families in Eastern Europe. Her bloodline was full of kings, bishops, and warlords, but also rumors of madness and dark rituals. At just 15, Elizabeth married Ferenc Nadasdy, a fearsome nobleman nicknamed the Black Knight of Hungary. When Ferenc went off to fight the Ottoman Empire, Elizabeth was left alone to rule their vast estates. And that's when the darkness truly began. At first, Elizabeth was seen as a strict but fair mistress, but behind the castle walls, terrifying whispers grew. It started with cruel punishments for disobedient servants, beatings, starvation, even needles driven under fingernails. One day, legend says, a servant girl accidentally pulled Elizabeth's hair while brushing it. In a rage, Elizabeth struck the girl so hard that blood splattered onto her own hand. Later, she noticed the skin where the blood had touched looked smoother, paler, younger. Obsessed with staying beautiful forever, Elizabeth became convinced that bathing in the blood of young girls was her secret to eternal youth. Peasants' daughters were promised work in the castle, but they never returned home. Witnesses claimed the walls ran red. The villagers feared the forests surrounding Choctich Castle, terrified of what horrors lay within. As rumors spread, local priests began to speak out. Brave survivors told stories of torture chambers hidden beneath the castle. It's said that Elizabeth's favorite methods included beating, burning, and freezing girls to death, sometimes covering them in honey and leaving them to be eaten alive by insects. In 1610, King Matthias II ordered an official investigation. Count Georgi Thurzo, a powerful nobleman, was sent to raid the castle. When Thurzo's men stormed Choctich Castle, they were met with a nightmare. Dozens of dead and dying girls scattered throughout blood-soaked rooms. And there, in the middle of it all, stood Elizabeth Bathory, her gown drenched in blood. Elizabeth's 4 closest servants were arrested, tortured, and executed. Their confessions described unspeakable horrors, hundreds of victims, some say over 600. Elizabeth herself was never put on a public trial. Her family was too powerful, and they feared what secrets she might reveal. Instead, she was sentenced to life imprisonment, bricked up in a windowless room in her own castle tower. Only a tiny slit allowed food and water to pass through. She died 4 years later, alone, mad, and haunted by the ghosts of the girls she murdered. But even after her death, the legend of Elizabeth Bathory refused to die. Some say the stories were exaggerated by enemies who wanted her lands and fortune. Others believe her sadistic crimes inspired the vampire myths that would spread through Europe centuries before Dracula was born. To this day, the ruins of Choctich Castle stand as a grim reminder. Locals claim her ghost still walks its dark corridors, searching for blood to keep her young forever. So, Was Elizabeth Bathory truly a bloodthirsty monster or a victim of a political conspiracy? What do you believe? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more chilling tales of real-life monsters, subscribe now, because this is just the beginning. Stay curious and stay cautious of what lurks in the shadows of history.